In the shadow of escalating global conflicts, the Trump administration's foreign policy has become a crucible of contradiction, promising peace while greenlighting genocide, championing sovereignty while bombing the impoverished, and weaponizing international law while flouting its principles. The United States and its allies have plunged the Middle East into a vortex of chaos. At the heart of this turmoil lies Yemen, a nation ravaged by a decade of US-backed Saudi bombardment, now emerging as an unlikely symbol of resistance. With the launch of its Palestine II ballistic missile at Israel's Nevatim air base and relentless drone strikes against the USS Harry Truman, Yemen's Ansar Allah movement has shattered the myth of Western invincibility. Meanwhile, Israel's renewed invasion of Gaza, enabled by Trump's tacit approval, has exposed the moral bankruptcy of a global order that condemns genocide in rhetoric but funds it in practice. This essay dissects these intertwined crises, revealing how power, hypocrisy, and grassroots defiance are reshaping the 21st century geopolitical landscape. On December 15, 2024, Yemen's Ansar Allah movement, dismissed by Western media as Houthi rebels, launched its domestically developed Palestine II ballistic missile, striking Israel's covert Nevatim air base in the Negev desert. This audacious attack, coupled with hypersonic drones targeting the USS Harry Truman, marked a turning point in modern warfare. Yemen, the Arab world's poorest nation, had humiliated two military superpowers. Analysts estimate that each Yemeni drone costs under $2,000, while Israel's Iron Dome interceptors expend $100,000 per strike, a 50,000% cost asymmetry favoring the underdog. Ansar Allah's blockade of the Red Sea, framed as a responsibility to protect Gaza, inverted the West's own justifications for intervention. By allowing non-complicit nations like China and Russia passage while targeting Israeli-linked ships, Yemen weaponized maritime law to enforce a moral embargo. This strategy forced 75% of Red Sea traffic to reroute via Africa, costing global trade $2 billion weekly. "We are the UN Security Council of the oppressed," declared Abdul Malik al-Houthi. Declared Ansar Allah leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi, lampooning the paralysis of international institutions. Trump's 24/7 bombing campaign, launched after Ansar Allah sunk a $2 billion US destroyer with a $20,000 drone, exposed the limits of conventional militarism. Despite deploying 85% of CENTCOM's regional assets, the US failed to halt Yemeni strikes. Pentagon insiders privately likened the conflict to Vietnam on steroids, with Yemen's mountainous terrain and 60 million armed civilians rendering occupation impossible. The November 2023 humanitarian pause brokered by Trump was dead on arrival. Israeli forces violated the truce 900 times within 2 months, including 137 attacks on aid convoys. By January 2024, Gaza's death toll surpassed 40,000, with 70% being women and children. Leaked emails reveal Netanyahu's office cynically viewed the ceasefire as a PR gift to boost Trump's peacemaker image ahead of elections. When the International Criminal Court issued arrest warrants for Netanyahu and Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, the response laid bare global hypocrisy. France permitted Netanyahu's plane through its airspace en route to Washington, while the United States sanctioned ICC prosecutors. Contrast this with the ICC's swift arrest of ex-Philippine President Duterte, a Chinese ally, for far lesser crimes. The ICC exists to punish the Global South, noted South African jurist Tembeka Nguketobi, while whitewashing Western atrocities. Tembeka Nguketobi view the ICC exists to punish the Global South while whitewashing Western atrocities. Behind the scenes, Gulf monarchies bankrolled Israel's war machine. Saudi and Emirati sovereign wealth funds, funneled through Jared Kushner's affinity partners, invested $3 billion in Israeli settlement projects. Qatar, meanwhile, brokered back-channel deals to supply Israel with Lebanese offshore gas, even as its Al Jazeera network aired pro-Palestine coverage. "They wear keffiyehs on TV but sign checks to bulldoze Palestinian homes," remarked Kuwaiti dissident Nawaf al-Hendal. Western claims of Ansar Allah being an Iranian proxy collapse under scrutiny. While Iran provides technical aid, Yemen's military-industrial base stems from captured Saudi weaponry and repurposed Scud missiles. The movement's ideology, a blend of Zaydi Shia theology and Ho Chi Minh-inspired guerrilla tactics, reflects indigenous innovation, not foreign imposition. Trump's threats to glass Iran only strengthened the axis of resistance. When US strikes on Yemen intensified, Tehran responded by unveiling its Fatah-2 hypersonic missile, capable of breaching all Western defense systems. China and Russia, sensing US overextension, accelerated arms deals with Iran, creating a multipolar counterweight. While Arab rulers colluded with Israel, their populations revolted. Polls showed 89% of Saudis and 94% of Jordanians supporting Yemen's blockade. Ansarallah are the only Arabs with dignity left, read a viral Twitter hashtag after Yemeni strikes halted Israeli gas exports to Europe. The tragedies of Gaza and Yemen have exposed the West's decaying moral authority. As Ansarallah's 2,000 drones outmaneuver 2 trillion militaries, and as global South nations rally behind South Africa's ICJ case against Israel, a new world order is emerging, one where power flows not from bombs but from principles. Trump's wars, far from restoring American primacy, have accelerated its decline. In the rubble of Gaza and the mountains of Yemen, the 21st century's defining lesson is clear. Empires built on hypocrisy will always crumble, but resistance, however outgunned, never dies. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to stay updated on the latest geopolitical developments. Your support helps us bring you in-depth coverage and critical perspectives on global affairs. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.